He said the product is that you'll call my name. Your desire will be unto God, and not just out of desperation, but you'll call his name just because you want a fellowship. You'll call his name not because you need nothing, but you just want him to know that I was thinking about you. Is there anybody in here that just calls his name and said, Jesus, I don't want nothing. I just wanted to call your name because your name is sweeter than the honey in the honeycomb. Your name is sweeter than any other name I know. Somebody say his name. Says, finally, the proof of the refreshing. Text closes. The proof of the refreshing is that I'll know again who and whose I am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll know my identity. My identity will be restored when the refreshing comes. And I won't mind letting anybody know. Not only am I a child of God, everybody's a child of God, saved and unsaved. But now are we, come here, John, the sons of God. Everybody's not a son. Because to be a son of God, you got to be born again. Everybody's a child of God. Everybody. From the biggest demon-possessed person, everybody's a child of God. But everybody's not a son. I want to be a son of God. Non-gender specific. Son of God is the ones who receive the inheritance. Those who are joint heirs with Christ. He is the firstborn amongst many brethren. He's the only begotten of the Father. But there will be many born again through him. I'm a son, which means I know who my daddy is. David somehow understood sonship. He said, when my mother and father forsake me, I know who my daddy is. Sonship. There's a revival here. And the revival is coming after you. Because you got something in you that the earth yearns for, longs for. You are a valuable entity. Because the devil never attacks who's not a threat. If you're going through it, you must be a threat. Even if you don't realize it. Even if you don't know it. You're a threat. You might be lined up with the Philistines, but you're still a David. And you'll know it when the people you're aligned with who's against God start turning on you. You ever had somebody in the world tell you, you know you don't belong out here? Something about you different. Sat with a young lady about 6 months ago. She was talking to me. And she was talking to me about her lesbian relationships. See, y'all too holy to win a lesbian. Because you look down your nose. I sat and entertained the conversation. I said, well, what's going on? She said, you going to talk to me about that? I said, absolutely. Tell me what's going on. Well, she this and she that. I said, baby, here's the problem. You're not hurt enough to be gay. The homosexual lifestyle in order for it to be authentic, requires a depth of abandonment and rejection to the point that you're so bitter that you only care about yourself. Y'all scared? Because y'all done got real cold in here. I said the problem is you're not hurt enough to be gay. You still have some love. She said, well, I said, I know. We'll talk more about it because you're going to come back to me. I say, but just know that some of those girls you're messing with, they'll kill you. They will. They will kill you because, y'all don't want to hear this? They'll kill you because when they attach to you and you do to them what in their mind everybody else in their life did, they'll take out the sum total of it on you. I said, you're not that hurt. It was last month that she came back to me. She said, I want out. I played dumb. I said, out of what? Because I'm going to tell you something. Don't assume with this generation. When they start talking, make them talk. I said, you want out of what? She said, you know. I said, no, I don't know. What you want out of the house? You want out of this car? You want out of my office? What you want out of? She said, you know. I said, you'll never be delivered until you can say it. All right. That's right. Call it by its name. She said, Dad. I said, call it by its name. She said, I want out of homosexuality. I said, specifically what? She said, lesbianism. I said, you want out? She said, yeah. I said, you really want out? She said, yes. I didn't lay hands on her. I didn't throw no oil on her. I said, step number one, get rid of everything from that lifestyle. Get rid of it. I don't know who I'm talking to. This was not a part of. I said, get rid of everything. Don't tell me you want to be delivered from drinking and you still going to the bar to get wings. I said, get rid of everything. Any clothes, jewelry, anything that came from that, get rid of it. Step number two, change your phone number. In fact, shut it down for 30 days. See, we don't want to be delivered. We want God to do all the work. God said, I got to tell you to the third. I said, now, change your number. And when you see those numbers, ignore them. Don't answer. You owe them nothing. You can't pray for them. You can't help them. You can't help nobody be delivered and you ain't delivered yet. The devil is alive. I said, no. Cut it off. Step number three. I want you on this altar at church. Every time I open the altar, I don't care where you are and what's going on. I want you on this altar. Because here's what I know. In every human being, there's a God place. A place that God reserved for himself. And when you're processing somebody to full deliverance, you got to keep stirring up the God place. So every time she came to the altar, I went after her. I stirred up that God place. She'd be laid out 30 minutes in the floor. She'd go back out and mess up. How you doing? Because you need accountability. I'm trying. Come on back to the altar. Come on. Because we're going to work with you until you get to the place where that God place in you overcomes the soul. And you stand up and say no. I'm still working with her. You can't slap them and leave them now. You can't push them down and say they got it. They ain't got nothing but push down. If we're going to deliver a generation, we're going to have to put some work into it. I told some people around to listen, love her, love on her. But if you're struggling yourself, don't touch her. Don't call her. Need some real women to love on her. Need some mothers to love on her. Need some young saved women to love on her. There's deliverance in the house tonight. That's why he took me through all of that. Don't be ashamed. The shame would be us coming to ICU to visit you when your girlfriend then tried to knock your head off because she saw you looking at somebody else. Why would she do that? Because her daddy abandoned her. Her mama don't care nothing about her. Every boyfriend she ever had mishandled her, used her for nothing. I'm telling you, this spirit has its root in abandonment and rejection. And whether we like it or not, it's the stronghold of our generation. And we're going to have to conquer the stronghold. Every head is bowed. Tonight is your moment. Tonight is your opportunity to start the process of freedom in any area of your life. Not just homosexuality. But in your addiction to spending money, your addiction to eating, you got to have a drive-through. You don't cook no more. And you wonder why you get a cold that quick. And you want God to deliver you, and God says, eat some collard greens and cornbread, you'll be all right. The healing of the nations is where? It's from the trees. We have constantly made wrong decisions, and we want God to fix it. And God said, this revival is for you to start changing your mind. The word repentance in the Greek is mataneo. It means the changing of one's mind. Because you can say what you're going to do all day long, but until you make up in your mind, you're not going to change. I want to pray for you tonight. Because tonight it was not my assignment, maybe Sunday, but tonight it was not my assignment to instigate an emotional revival. I could have done that. We could have all been shouting by now and probably would have had a really good offering. But it's time for us to be better. It's time for us to be better husbands, better wives, better men, better women. It's time for us to rise up and master holiness in the area of our humanity, and not just in the areas of our spirituality. We do Sunday real good, and we better hope he comes back on a Sunday, because we got that master. What if he comes on a Tuesday? What if he comes on a Saturday? How you going to be doing then? Jesus said, I didn't come to save your Sundays. I came to save you. Every head remains bowed. That's good. I want to invite